Most women don't realize that a single sentence, when delivered in the right way, can make a man feel more deeply than ever before. And it has nothing to do with his appearance, his finances, or even physical intimacy. Welcome to the Dating Mindset, where we explore the deeper layers of attraction and emotional connection. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what to say while looking into his eyes to make him feel drawn to you on a much deeper level. Many women underestimate just how powerful one carefully chosen sentence can be when it comes to reaching a man's heart. It's not about dramatic compliments, costly gifts, or grand gestures. What truly makes him feel more connected is something far more simple and far more meaningful. When you speak the right words while maintaining eye contact, you are connecting directly to his emotions and even his subconscious desire for closeness. That simple moment of eye contact creates a bridge between you, releasing feelings of trust and intimacy that he can't easily ignore. It's almost like pressing a hidden psychological button he didn't even know he had. The important part is that it must feel genuine, natural, and intentional. Men are naturally wired to respond to authenticity, so when your words align with your energy and presence, it triggers a strong emotional reaction within him. This is not manipulation. It is a form of communication that builds real attraction, genuine desire, and emotional investment, making him feel drawn to you beyond surface-level charm. The build-up, or what you might call the tease before the payoff, is all about creating curiosity and a sense of anticipation before you actually say the words that leave an impact. Instead of immediately saying a compliment or expressing something directly, you hint at something deeper that touches his emotions, encouraging him to lean in and give you his full attention. It gives him the sense that what you are about to say is different from anything he has heard before, something that connects with his desires and his natural need for emotional closeness. This quiet build-up makes your words far more powerful because the human brain responds strongly to anticipation. Men in particular are drawn to mystery and the promise of emotional depth. So when you set this moment up correctly, his mind and emotions are already prepared to respond. Then when you finally say the sentence, it lands with a stronger impact, creating a spark he can feel both physically and emotionally. This is why creating a sense of anticipation before speaking can transform even a simple phrase into a moment he remembers. The engagement spark is about immediately pulling him into the present moment and making him feel noticed and understood. It's not just about what you say, but about how you create curiosity and emotional connection in those first few seconds. When you ask a thoughtful question or make a statement that connects with his thoughts or inner feelings, his mind begins to focus more closely. Men respond strongly to moments that make them reflect on their emotions or imagine something deeper. Even a simple line like, "Have you ever wished someone could truly feel what you feel?" can create a surprisingly strong emotional response. This kind of spark works because it builds tension and interest, making him want to hear more. It also subtly shows that you understand him beyond the surface, which builds trust and attraction almost instantly. By capturing his attention early, you prepare him for the words that follow, giving them much greater emotional weight. Eye contact remains one of the most powerful tools you have when it comes to creating instant attraction and connection. When you look directly into a man's eyes while speaking, it communicates confidence, presence, and sincerity, all of which are deeply attractive qualities. On a biological level, prolonged eye contact can release oxytocin, often referred to as the bonding hormone, in both of you. This strengthens feelings of trust, emotional closeness, and even desire. It's not simply about staring. It's about holding his gaze in a natural way, with warmth and a sense of softness that allows him to feel your attention. Men are naturally responsive to these nonverbal signals because they communicate honesty and emotional openness without needing words. Eye contact also intensifies whatever you say, making even the simplest phrases feel more intimate and meaningful. When combined with a gentle tone, small smiles, or subtle expressions, your words become more than just language. They turn into an experience, creating a magnetic pull that brings him closer emotionally and mentally, deepening his attachment in ways he may not even consciously notice. The way something is said can often be more impactful than the words themselves. This is where tone and pacing become important. A calm, confident, and warm tone communicates sincerity, emotional presence, and control, which men find highly attractive. When your voice reflects the true intention behind your words, it signals that you genuinely mean what you are saying, making him more likely to feel it and respond to it. Speaking too quickly or without emotion can weaken the impact, while a slower, more intentional pace gives him time to absorb each word and feel the emotion behind it. Small changes in pitch, softness, and emphasis create a rhythm that naturally draws him in. Men subconsciously pick up on these vocal cues and associate them with feelings of trust, closeness, and desire. When this is paired with steady eye contact, the right tone can turn simple sentences into powerful emotional triggers, helping him feel seen, valued, and deeply connected in ways that words alone cannot achieve. Subtle vulnerability is another powerful way to deepen emotional connection. When you show honesty about your feelings or desires, even in a small and controlled way, it signals trust and emotional authenticity. Men are naturally drawn to this because it creates a sense of safety and closeness, making them feel important and appreciated. This does not mean sharing everything or putting yourself in a vulnerable position. Instead, it can be simple expressions like saying you feel drawn to him, or that being around him feels special. These small admissions open the door to his emotions. Vulnerability can also activate his instinct to care and invest emotionally, because he senses that the connection is real. The key is balancing this openness with confident body language and steady eye contact so it feels natural rather than needy. This combination of strength and openness creates a powerful dynamic, making him feel both valued and emotionally connected, increasing attraction in a natural way. Mirroring his emotions is a subtle yet highly effective technique for building connection and attraction. When you reflect his mood, energy, or even small behaviors, it sends a signal that you understand him on a deeper level. This creates a sense of alignment between you. Men respond strongly to these unconscious cues because they make them feel acknowledged without needing words. This can be as simple as matching his speaking pace, leaning in when he leans closer, or smiling when he smiles. These small actions show that you are in sync with him emotionally. Mirroring also increases comfort and trust, making him more willing to open up and share what he feels. When combined with meaningful eye contact and carefully chosen words, this technique strengthens attraction and makes your presence feel almost magnetic. It builds an invisible emotional bridge that draws him closer, helping him feel understood, appreciated, and naturally connected to your energy. The words you choose carry a powerful influence, especially when combined with presence and eye contact. When everything aligns, your tone, your gaze, your timing, and your emotional authenticity, your words stop being ordinary. They become something he feels, something that stays with him, something that quietly deepens his connection to you without force or effort. And that is where the real power lies, not in saying more, but in saying the right thing, in the right way, at the right moment, with the kind of presence that cannot be faked and cannot be ignored. Certain phrases, when spoken with genuine sincerity, tap straight into a man's deep desire for connection and appreciation. Saying something like, "I want you, being with you feels amazing," or "you make me feel so safe and alive," speaks not only to his emotions, but also to his sense of identity as a man. These kinds of words are powerful because they blend desire with validation, allowing him to feel wanted, respected, and emotionally recognized all at once. It's never about exaggeration or empty flattery. It's about expressing real emotions in a way that truly resonates with him on a deeper level. When these words are delivered slowly, with warmth in your tone and softness in your eyes, they create a reaction inside him that naturally strengthens his emotional connection. They allow him to feel appreciated and understood, and they awaken a quiet urge within him to return that same energy back to you. Using the right words gently and at the right time can elevate simple attraction into something far more intense and magnetic. The power is not just in what you say, but in how and when you say it, because timing and emotional context shape how deeply those words are felt. Even the most meaningful phrases can lose their effect if they are spoken at the wrong time, such as when he is distracted, overwhelmed, or surrounded by others. The real key is choosing moments that feel calm, private, and emotionally open, where he can fully take in your words and connect with the feeling behind them. A quiet walk together, a soft moment at home, or a pause when he is completely at ease can create the perfect atmosphere. Matching your words to the mood also matters. Light, playful expressions fit better during relaxed, fun moments, while deeper and more heartfelt words carry more impact during emotional or intimate times. Timing enhances everything because it aligns with his attention and emotional openness, allowing him to truly feel your presence. When your words meet the right moment, they don't just pass by, they settle within him and create a lasting impression that goes far beyond surface-level attraction. This is where connection begins to deepen into something more meaningful and lasting. A subtle touch can quietly intensify the emotional effect of your words without ever feeling overwhelming. When you gently place your hand on his arm, shoulder, or hand while speaking, it builds a physical connection that supports what you're saying. Men naturally respond to calm, confident touch because it communicates affection, attention, and desire in a way words alone cannot. The key is to keep it effortless and brief, allowing the touch to enhance your message rather than take attention away from it. When combined with eye contact and genuine words, even the simplest touch can strengthen the chemistry between you, making him feel truly noticed and valued. This small but intentional action can also stimulate the release of oxytocin, the hormone connected to trust and bonding, which deepens his emotional response over time. As these moments repeat, they begin to form a subtle association in his mind between you, your presence, your words, and the positive feelings he experiences, creating a natural pull that brings him closer both emotionally and physically. The psychological impact of carefully chosen words goes far beyond basic attraction. It reaches directly into a man's emotional and mental patterns. When you speak with authenticity while holding eye contact and being fully present, you activate feelings of trust, desire, and admiration simultaneously. Men are naturally drawn to women who help them feel emotionally acknowledged and appreciated, and words that recognize his value or express genuine desire do this effortlessly. This type of communication can awaken his protective instincts and increase his emotional investment because he senses that what you're sharing is real and not superficial. It also creates a growing sense of anticipation where he begins to think about you more often and feel a stronger pull to respond to the connection you're building. The blend of your tone, your gaze, your touch, and your words creates a complete experience that engages him on multiple levels at once. Ordinary moments begin to feel charged with meaning, emotion, and desire, turning simple interactions into something memorable and powerful. Over time, this builds a connection that feels natural, deep, and almost magnetic in its pull. Encouraging him to respond and engage is another subtle yet powerful way to deepen the bond while reinforcing the emotional strength of your words. When you invite him into the interaction, whether through conversation, shared experiences, or light, playful moments, it keeps him mentally and emotionally involved. Asking him how he feels, inviting him to reflect, or including him in small shared habits creates a sense of participation that strengthens the connection. This works because men naturally respond to situations where they feel valued and important, where they have a role in the dynamic rather than simply observing it. Encouraging engagement transforms your presence into something interactive and alive, turning communication into a shared emotional journey instead of a one-sided exchange. When this is combined with eye contact, tone, and gentle touch, it amplifies everything, building anticipation and desire naturally over time. As this pattern continues, it deepens his emotional investment, making him more attentive, more present, and more connected to you both mentally and emotionally. Saying the right words while looking into his eyes becomes one of the most effective ways to create real attraction and lasting emotional connection. It's not about trying too hard or impressing him, it's about being sincere, present, and aware of the moment. When you combine steady eye contact with a calm, confident tone, a touch of vulnerability, and gentle physical connection, your words carry a deeper meaning. Phrases like, "I want you," or "being with you feels amazing" resonate strongly because they speak to both his emotional needs and his sense of self. Choosing the right moment, especially one that is calm, private, or intimate, allows these words to have their full effect. Mirroring his emotional state and inviting his participation strengthens the connection even more, making him feel understood, desired, and genuinely connected over time. This creates a natural pull where he begins to think about you more often, feel more attached, and become drawn to your presence in ways he may not even be able to explain. Simple words, when used with awareness and intention, can evolve into something much deeper and more lasting. In the end, the way you communicate with a man, the words you choose, and how you express them can create a powerful connection that goes far beyond surface attraction. Eye contact, tone of voice, subtle vulnerability, and light touch all come together to make your words feel real and impactful, triggering emotional, mental, and even physical responses that build trust, desire, and closeness. Timing and environment strengthen the effect, while engagement and shared moments deepen his emotional involvement, making him think about you and feel connected in a way that stays with him. When you truly understand how to use these elements together, speaking to him becomes more than just communication. It becomes an experience that draws him in, makes him feel understood, and keeps him captivated on many levels. This is where emotional connection turns into something lasting and powerful, a quiet but undeniable force that makes him feel closer to you and more deeply attached than before. It becomes a natural, effortless bond that continues to grow, creating a connection that feels meaningful, strong, and unforgettable. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss insights like this. Comment the word magnet below if you're ready to make him feel even more drawn to you and deepen that connection further than ever before.